Hey everybody, thanks for joining us tonight here on Facebook Live. As we enter into this time in the life of our church, we have gone through a mini refocus process, and we want to create 3 videos that talk about the plan moving forward. The plan will encompass a 24-month time frame, which actually began this month, the month of June, since it's the last day of the month of June. It begins now, and so our goal is to get to June of 2023, and these are the things that we are going to focus on the most. We have to look ahead at who we are, who we're trying to reach, and where we're going as a congregation. Tonight, what we want to do in this very, very quick video is give you an update on the 3 things that we are going to focus on the most over these next 24 months. Now, these might sound like a surprise. I don't think they will, but we want to make sure that all of us are challenged and understand the basement level that we are moving out of here as we get into a post-COVID culture. Here's the first thing that we're going to be focusing on, and it's no surprise. The very first thing that we are going to be focusing on is prayer itself. Every circle, every small group, every individual that calls D1 NAS their home, even if you're watching this video and you don't attend D1 NAS, we would ask you and challenge you to pray for all churches in Decatur as they start to gain momentum once again and look ahead to the future. Prayer is the fuel for the local church. It is not events, it is not the calendar, it is not busyness. It is God's people coming together and not just worshiping, but praying together, praying on their own. It is the fuel that keeps it going. If we don't have prayer, then we don't have a prayer. The second thing that we're going to focus on is personal connections. The first one is prayer. The second one is personal connections. And what these are notes, cards, phone calls, visits, meeting people once again for lunch, people that you have not seen in a really long time. If they come to mind, take that as a sign that the Lord is speaking to you to reach out to them. Send them a quick text message. Give them a quick call. Put something in the mail that they can open up to let them know that you're thinking about them, that they came across your mind. Over the last few weeks on Wednesday nights, we've had a team of people inside one of the rooms here at the church going over the church roster. And what we did was that we prayed over the church roster, and then we asked the Lord to pop some names up off the screen so that we can write notes to people that we have not seen since the pandemic started over a year ago. We have been able to put hundreds of cards in the mail, and they look like this. And you open them up, and there's this little card in there that says, "We've been praying for you," or "You were prayed for tonight. What can we do to help you?" And what we are trying to do is establish a connection with folks that we have not seen in a really long time. People fell out of the rhythm of church. And when they fell out of that rhythm of waking up and going to the building, the assembled body of worshipers, they started to realize that it was more convenient to stay at home. And of course, it is more convenient. And we tried to make it convenient for everybody. We will bring the worship to your home. But let's not be mistaken. There is so much benefit to being here at the church on a Sunday morning, being in the presence with others, being strengthened by these relationships. There's something powerful and unmistaken about it. Hebrews 10:25 says, "Let us not neglect the assembly," or the meeting together with one another. So the first thing is prayer. The second thing is personal connections. Think of somebody you haven't talked to in a long time and give them a call. Here's the third thing, and it kind of dovetails with the second one, but it's different altogether. The third thing is something called micro events. For many, many years, as long as I've been in ministry, which is now 21 years, we have always hung our hat on these gigantic, huge events in the life of the church. We will spend $10,000 and welcome 2,000 people to our building in an evening. And at the end of that evening, we're all exhausted. We're very proud of the work that we have done. We really say, wow, that was an awesome event. But we really have to ask ourselves the questions after the event is over. How many people did we really truly have a chance to connect with? Aside from just saying hi, how many did we have a chance to sit down with and really talk to? The night was a blur. Everything happened so fast. We had to move from this thing to this thing to this thing. And even though the people were our top priority, there was still a lot to be done. And so looking ahead for the rest of this year and into next year, we have scheduled a lot of what we're calling micro events. Small events, several that happen throughout the course of a month, where maybe 7 to 10 families total show up for one of these events. And that allows the leaders of the church to sit with these families, to sit with folks, and really get to know them in an intentional way for 2 or 3 hours. One of those events that we had not long ago was nachos and karaoke. We had 64 people show up for nachos and karaoke. What an amazing evening that was. We have another one this Sunday night with our 4th of July family games here at the church. These are micro events, small events that we have a chance to connect with people from the community. The first one is prayer. The second one is personal connections. And the third one is micro events. These are the things that we are going to focus on over the next 24 months. Now, in the next video, what we are going to talk about is our Sunday morning and what that will look like moving forward for the next 24 months. We will bring that video to you 2 weeks from today, and hopefully you'll be excited and be in prayer for all of that. The third video we will bring to you 3 weeks from today as we talk about our identity in the community. Who are we, and how do people identify with us from Decatur? Thanks for joining us tonight. Be in prayer for D1 Naz and all the churches here in the community. And thanks again for joining us, and be on mission.